So my ants are getting a little bit cocky. You can see there's like more of those tinier speckles, but they're actually moving a whole bunch of stuff up here. So let me turn this around. Hopefully there's none on the outside. What on earth are you kids up to? Why are you bringing all the pupae up here, eh? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out into the daylight, and that'll give them the idea that they're not supposed to have that up above ground. I think they're getting cocky because, you know, they realize that it's always safe here. And so that's why they think it's okay to take their kids above ground. Anyway, I'm not sure if it might have something to do with the fact that I brought caterpillars and they were eating caterpillars up here and they think here is a good spot, or if they're just crazy, so yeah. Whatever, ants. It's the next day, and they've done it again. And it's worse. So, I don't know how I'm going to convince them to, go back to doing things normal. Also, I don't know if you can see the remnants of a dead fly. And there was also a little fly on that rock, but no. It's gone now, so they already ate the little one. What are you doing, kids? I'm gonna take them outside again. Okay, so it's the same day and I've brought them back in. It's 2 p.m. Just in this front bit here, they had some eggs, which, like, I've put some water there to try and encourage them not to make that an egg spot. But also, when I came out to check on them, there was, like, a bunch of them having a pool party in the little moat, so I had to rescue all of them. So I'm not sure if some of the ants have escaped. But yeah, no, they were chilling out. Otherwise, it was looking pretty empty a moment ago, and suddenly now all the ants are back, so obviously they went and hid well into the thing, because it's quite warm today. I think the top temperature in my area is about 30 degrees. I know out west it's getting up to 40, so the ants are kind of lucky in that sense, but I thought they were probably getting a little bit too hot outside. Apparently ants are sensitive to temperature, although, you know, over 40 is where apparently it kicks in. Yeah, so I don't know, they were all chilling out and now they're all panicking again, because change of lighting and change of position and, yeah, anyway, gonna keep an eye on them. But yeah, I wonder if the temperature sort of made them all fall off into the water, because at a certain point, I've just been reading, at a certain point, ants can't handle the heat and they lose the ability to properly function. So apparently there's a 2-degree difference between a fully functioning ant and one that's disoriented and constantly falling over. And then a few more degrees above that and they stop functioning altogether. So the ones that fell off into the water may have been disoriented from getting a little bit too hot, which, like, good luck, guys, because it's going to be 40 degrees in a few weeks, I reckon, if not earlier. We're heading into proper summer now, so if you can't handle 30 degrees, good luck to you. Indoors is better because we're insulated, but I don't have aircon, so it does get pretty hot in this room sometimes, high 20s at least. So yeah, I guess in the wild how they'd survive is, you know, they can burrow a lot deeper, and the deeper you go, the cooler it's going to get. This article is suggesting with climate change and all that, if it gets too hot, then they're going to have to burrow even deeper, and the ants will need more downtime to recover, which could affect their lifespan. And if they're resting more, then that's less time for foraging and less ability to feed the colony. And ants make up a big part of the food chain, so if the ants don't cope, then that has implications for everyone else. So that was kind of interesting, I didn't know that. But yeah, what are these guys doing here? Can we No, I'm gonna have to... Oh, they're trying to hide the eggs there. I'm gonna have to discourage that. I don't want them putting eggs on the outside, god damn it. I'm your queen, listen to me! Alright, it's an hour and a half later, and they've all set up, on the inside at least, but above ground. And I think that's just how it's gonna be, I guess. Whatever, ants. Ooh! So I dropped a bit of water on their above ground nursery spots, just because I was like, I'm bored, I'm gonna mess with them. And they're actually taking them back down where it's all supposed to be. So that's interesting. I guess I'll wait for a few hours. So what time is it now? It's 5:30. I guess I'll wait for a few hours and see if they decide to keep them all down there, or you know, if once things dry up, they might come back to the surface. I might also check behind later and see if they're going to put anything in the rear compartment. There's a small compartment on the other side they used to use for their nursery, but for the most part they seem to be coming down this tunnel. Interesting. I'm sorry if you guys aren't as fascinated by these ants as I am, but watching them, it's not boring yet, so I'm happy to keep catching flies and caterpillars for them and trying to do my best to keep them more or less happy and alive. You know, there's a limit to that, because of course I'm keeping them in a tiny jar, but yeah, what fun. I'm still your queen.